Welcome. So today we're going to look at a game engine called the Mirror. And what it is a platform that's been built on top of the Godot engine. So I haven't done a video on the Godot engine yet. I am going to do it. Now if you're watching this after May of 2024, go watch the Godot engine video first, then come back and watch this one because this one's built on top of that technology. The reason I'm doing it first is because last week I had an interview with the CEO of the Mirror and we discussed the product. He did a quick little look at it and stuff, and he answered a bunch of questions, and so I thought it pertinent to do a look at this engine next on the list. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to look at this game engine, and here we have it. So the first thing we're going to look at is the web page, and it's just the mirror.space, or I am the mirror.space, and it's just got your standard roadmap. They just did this Horizon update. It was just done. And discover, you can cruise around and it shows you the different areas inside using my account because I'm signed in. And documents, it's got a bunch of documents, how-tos, information about using it as a sandbox, etc., etc. So pretty much just an everyday site. They also have a Discord channel, and you can join that. I think that's just on the front page. You can click to join. Social media tabs, etc., etc. And now here is the app. So you download it from itch.io, extract it, and just run the app from wherever you want to. So what we've got happening here is it opens up, and we're at my home. Then we've got my spaces, which are ones I've built. This home one has popular, so ones other people have been in. A lot of people just kind of trying it out right now. Recent ones, and down here favorites. So in order to get something into your favorites, so mountain template view, I think that's mine. We go into my spaces. Yeah, that's mine. So I'm going to click on that. Then if I rate it with 5 stars, it's going to be automatically posted. Go back to spaces, home, and now under favorites, it's automatically in my favorites now. So, and you can do that with anyone else's. So like I have this clear shooting gallery one here. Same thing, you can do that with anyone else's. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to attempt to open this one and build observe. I'm not going to show you build observe. I'll go into mine afterwards, but I'm just going to hit play, and I just want to give you an idea of the quality of this. You have version 6.1.101, the server. A bit of a bug there, but I'm sure they'll fix that. Maybe I can't play. Oh. I'm not running an older version. So they're going to have to fix that. Can't go into that one, but perhaps I can go into this one. Play. There we go. Yep, I can go into this one, no problem. So I think that one just needs to be reopened by whoever's making it and save it, and then it'll be in the newest version and it'll be fine. But there's some sort of a little glitch there with it not recognizing. Little slow connecting right now. But it is connecting in. There's a lot more content in this level, as you can see, to view. And now with these, any Joe or Jane Doe could pick this same one because it's on the public spaces and it's been published, and they could log into it as well, and I'd see them running around. So there's teams. I could choose a team. I'm going to join Team Blue. And welcome to the Mirror, the ultimate sandbox. Easy alpha. Expect bugs in process. All right. And so this is, so you've got an equipment bar, you run around, jump. There's a window. Is there a door mechanism here? I don't see it. Go around the hallway. Open the build. I'm just playing. I don't actually have I'm not in build mode, so I just wanted to give you a demo of how this engine looks. So it's got dynamic lighting. You can actually see the white light on my character here versus the yellow light here. All these billboard signs are informational, which we're just going to skip past here. And now we're just going to run down here, run down here. Here's a chair. You can see the plant life looks pretty decent. And you can see, I don't know how it's looking in the video, but it looks a little bit, it almost looks choppy or whatever, but that looks to me like it's just a nice, like a leather floor, a nice texture on the floor. So I'm just walking on it so you can see the specular light hit it. So you've got really good lighting and such. And I don't know what this is. Just the mirror logo. But you can see all those trees and things. Just gonna run over to a tree here. And you can see, even though it's in like a glass tube lit column, you can see the trees are pretty good. Anyways, I'm going to escape out of there. Back to this zone. Now what I'm going to do is find my test space. Log into it and show you the engine. So here I am, and I'm logged in, and this is all I've done in this area. Is there's the shadows on the ground, there's some trees, and I got a mountain range. So I'm going to open the build area by hitting the B button, and what this does is opens up my menu. And so this is the actual game engine. So much like the Torque engine, you edit from within the engine. So over here, because it's based on Godot, everything is component based and you attach to the objects. So for instance, if I want to take an object here, let's see, I don't know what I want to grab here. Let's just go. Box closed. Take a rock. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to drag this rock and I'm just going to drop it on the ground right in front of my character. And I'm going to grab another rock and drag that there. Grab another rock. Drag that here. But what I want to do with this rock now is I want to change the scale. So if I go up here, you can see this bigger arrow in a box. That's scale mode. And there is a tooltip showing that it's scale mode. So I'm going to go to scale mode. If you click and drag on the white box, it scales up the whole thing. Otherwise, you could do it section by section. So I'm going to just scale the whole thing up. Then I'm going to just scale it wider. Now I want to go to move it. And I'm going to move it back. And I'm going to move it down. Now I want to see, I'm going to go out of build mode. And I want to see how that looks in the real world, because you can't always tell in build mode how things look. And it's like, yeah, that's not exactly what I wanted. So I'm just going to rotate my camera like that. And I'm going to go back into build mode. Select that, and I'm going to move it up more, and I'm going to go to my scale, and now I want to drag it out this way a bit, and I also want to drag it out that way a bit. Back to my move button. Move it back up. There. Now I'm going to click on this box, go to scale, and I just want to make that taller so that it intersects there. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to hit build, and I'm going to check that out and see. There we go. I made myself a nice little cave. So I'm just going to come out of here again. I'm going to go to build and select this box, go to move, bring it over here. Now you can right mouse move just like in pretty much every game engine out there to move items around. And I'm going to go to scale. Make this a bit bigger this way. And I'm going to take that and I'm just going to push it back and move it in. Get out of build mode, and now we're going to go look at my cave again. Now it's a little more cavey. So, back out, build mode. I just want to finish that off before I move on to the next thing. And scale, height. There we go. That makes me feel better. Excellent. There we go. Now I got a cave, and the collisions all scale appropriately, and everything is dandy. And I can even run up here and come hang out on top of my little cave. Alright, so now come down here again, go into build, put a bush up top here, a bush right there. Push there, scale, shrink that guy down a bit. Make him a bit bigger, but he's good there. Perfect. Cool. Perfect. That looks pretty good. WSAD to move, just like most games. And there, I got plant. And you can see how quick you can sculpt the land and stuff. So, in fact, this tree, I'm going to take that tree, and I'm going to go to move. I'm just going to move him back a bit here. Move him over a bit here. Build. There we go. And well, you see, and that's why it's good to be able to check this stuff out in Engine, because I could see now that I wasn't moving it in the direction I wanted to. Move you down. You over there. And it does have snap to grid. So now that should be good. It's just the snap isn't like super strong. So you feel it, but you're not 100% sure it's snap to grid, right? There we go. That's better. So now I got my little cave. So now I could set up like primitive hunting or chopping down or whatever. You can add things like that. So now what you can do is you can go into build mode. I could select this tree, and now I can add things to it like scripts and and other objects that are child objects like particle effects, lights, etc., etc. Now, I'm not sure exactly where to find all of those. Let's go. Yeah, is there a particle effect here? I don't know. Wood fire? Nope, that's just a primitive wood fire. I know that you can get to them in here. Transforms, it's because I got something selected. What if I don't select? There is a primitive builder built in, so I can actually build shapes and things as well. Search for particle. Alright. I'm not finding the particle effects. But anyway, this is the asset browser, so let's just put it, let's try and put it, I don't know that. I want a shotgun. Bang. Okay. Now I'm going to have to change the size on that thing. Bring it down to the ground. Scale that thing down. That should be better. And I'm just going to move it over here. Okay. Now that I've got a shotgun, let me go here to properties. Is it damageable? Locked. Now maybe add a script to the shotgun. New visual script. So now I'm gonna, so this is attaching, like gdevelop, everything attaches to the object. The object is actually called a scene, and then everything attaches underneath it. Colliders, cameras, particle effects, scripts, whatever. In this, the mirror, they've brought back the scripting from gdevelop, but it's their own version. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go script here, pick up. No. Gun. Oh. Player interact. Player interact script. Create. Okay. So on player interact, drag this out to here. Player object. Sorry, I haven't really played around too much with these. Let's see. Actually, cancel. I'm going to do this object. This object, let's just position, set position, create, and the local position of the object. position. What I'm looking for is position of, I just want to set it, cancel, you know what, I'm gonna, just to demonstrate this, I think I'm just going to cancel. On player interact. Set position of the object. Yeah, we'll change the object color. Set object color. Create. Okay. I don't know how to get rid of this. Just drag it off screen because I don't know how to get rid of it. So set the object color. Let's set object color. Let's go to a blue. Okay. Done. Perfect. Save. The target object does not have the requested property, object color. Okay. On player interact. And we have to pull it backwards. Well, I'm not sure. I'll have to play around with that a little bit more. The scripting. I haven't played with the scripting yet. Today's the first time, so I'm just going to close that. But if I go up here, let's go, just open any of these. So this spruce tree. I can inspect any object, and I can add a script, or I could change the materials. Let's go to the gun. I'll show you how to do that. That one's easy enough to do. Not the sun. I could change it for the sun's. I could change the sun color though. Let's make the sun a little more whitey. And the brightness 1.4. 1.3. There we go. And I could change that color too. I can make it more blue, dark blue, purple. We're going to go to that. We're going to go right there. Very whitish. We're good. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now then I want to select the gun. So there's a shotgun. I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to come down here. And I think what I can do is go over to Materials tab. And go barrels. It's got no material. So I'm going to click on this. And there's a bunch of material in here. And I'm just going to pick anything random here. Let's just give it a polished brick. Okay. Perfect. So now, that gun, we'll go to build mode. has a polished brick. Barrel, and if I go to shotgun again, sorry, shotgun, and if I come down here to materials, and if I go down to the black, material, no material, color, metal. There's a bunch of different metals. I'm going to give it this one. Okay. Now I'm going to go dark metal material. Oh, nothing in there. Metal, I'm going to give it a rusty. Oh, zoomed in too much. Okay, out of build. Doesn't seem to be translating those materials directly over very good. So, but that's probably me. I probably don't know exactly how to do it. But anyway, I don't want to go on too long here. There are other things that that you can definitely do in the engine, and I just don't know how to do them yet. I haven't put that much time in. I think that this is very, very early on, but it is functional early on, and I think that it's only going to get better. I don't know. Once I could figure out how to interact with things, pick things up, etc., etc. Like there's a functionality is built in for a lot of these things. I just don't know how to do it yet, and I'm sure a lot of it is to do with the visual scripting language, right? And then like sounds and things, so I can add a sound. Let's go wind. Here we go, we got a bunch of different sounds. So if I put this here, and I'm going to zoom out, move this over here. And if I just walk that way, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's the ambient Badlands sound. Now, I could probably set that to loop. If I go here to audio, ambient mountain, light wind, ambient Badlands. So if I look at this, down at the properties, autoplay and loop, so it's on, and I can turn the volume up. Speed and pitch, I can turn the pitch down. And then I'll go out of build mode. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, it's there, it's slower. And it is looping. So anyway, that's it. That's all I really wanted to show you was a general overview because I haven't used it enough to give you a good hands-on, but it is capable. They keep adding updates. About once a month they're adding an update, and they're adding more and more functionality all the time. You also have the ability to add your own assets and import them quite easy. I think it's FBX and GTLF formats at this point in time. For models, standard OOG and MP3 for audio, I believe. Let's see what this says. It's an MP3, so MP3 format right now. But I believe there's OOG as well. And there's lots of functionality going to be getting added. For more information about this, head on over to my developer interviews. I have a long interview with Jared. It's an hour long. We cover quite a bit of details, but he kind of gives you an idea of what this came from, where it's heading, and what it's going to become. And because all this is being played and edited online, the app is just an interface to connect to it. So you're actually able to go in, do all this work from anywhere as long as you got this little app and fire it off a thumb drive or whatever, download it on a computer, sign into your account, and everything's accessible, and you can work on these worlds from anywhere. Now, they in some of the things I've been talking to them about, right now they support Ready Player One avatars, and that's what they're using. However, they will be adding more functionality to bring your own avatars and your own animations in, being able to also limit them. So instead of any avatar player coming in might be forced to choose an avatar. It might be like a cleric, a knight, magic user, whatever, a spaceman, or whatever it is, a car maybe. And then you could force avatars in the engine so that people fit to the environment. So it's not going to be just anything goes. You could set the rules to what you're building. And as you get more familiar with using their scripting language, the sky's the limit. And they're adding more content all the time. So this was a very limited overview video. I really didn't get much accomplished except showed you how to play around in it. But if you just want a sandbox, or you can play and build and do whatever with a bunch of pre-made assets, check it out. Like, it's available now. You just sign up for the alpha. It's free. I think you can just download it for free on itch, register an account, and go in and play. Play around with it. It's actually quite fun because it's pretty easy to bring assets in and scale them and change the size and stuff. And you've got a pretty good graphics engine, so built on top of Godot. So on that note, I'm going to leave you. And I'll probably do a series on this in the future as I get better at it and as I put more time into it. I'm currently working on a 2D massive multiplayer game that's taking most of my time and energy right now. But as I get more time in the future, I personally want to explore more on this. And as they develop it as a project, I want to use it more and more and get up to skill. Also, if you want to check it out, Jared does have a few tutorials out already on his site. He's got a basic one, how to set some basic stuff up, a door opening, closing, and then I believe he goes into, in the second one, he goes into more scripting, and he's got a third one coming shortly. So he's being very active trying to get these tutorials out for people in a YouTube fashion. He does a very good presentation, really easy to follow. He doesn't ramble on like I do. So check it out and give it a go. It's a fun little experience, and it takes nothing for setup. Nothing for size on your computer, and it can run with pretty much any video card within the last decade. So yes, the better the video card, the better the settings and stuff, but it's pretty good fidelity, pretty good graphics and stuff. And it can't quite run on a potato, but it can run on most machines out there that have a dedicated video card. So check it out, give it a whirl, and it's just fun. Build your own little world in there. Like, I know one guy's already built a little survival game in there. So another one, a shooting range. So there's a few things going on. See you in the next one.